Time brings all things to pass. When a match has equal partners, then I fear not. I know how men in exile feed on dreams. My friends, whoever has had experience of evils knows how, whenever a flood of ills comes upon mortals, a man fears everything. But whenever a divine force cheers on our voyage, then we believe that the same fate will always blow fair. When strength is yoked with justice, where is a mightier pair than they? Time as he grows old teaches all things. It is best for the wise man not to seem wise, but time growing old teaches all things. The man who does ill must suffer ill. It is always in season for old men to learn. Death is easier than a wretched life, and better never to have born than to live and fare badly. Death is softer by far than tyranny. In the lack of judgment great harm arises, but one vote cast can set right a house. The evils of mortals are manifold, his resolve is not to seem the bravest, but to be. Unions in wedlock are perverted by the victory of shameless passion that masters the female among men and beasts. D. Nowhere is trouble of the same wing seen. Only when a man's life comes to its end in prosperity, dare we pronounce him happy. It is a light thing for whoever keeps his foot outside trouble to advise and counsel him that suffers. Since long I've held silence a remedy for harm. We shall perish by guile just as we slew the one knowing what is profitable, and not the man knowing many things is wise. It is an ill thing to be the first to bring news of ill. For hostile word let hostile word be paid. Obedience is the mother of success, and is wedded to safety. You have been trapped in the inescapable net of ruin by your own want of sense. It is not the oath that makes us believe the man, but the man the oath. Bronze in the mirror of the form, wine of the mind. For know that no one is free, except Zeus. What is there more kindly than the feeling between host and guest? I, schooled in misery, know many purifying rites, and I know where speech is proper and where silence. The words of truth are simple. Married love between man and woman is bigger than oaths guarded by right of nature. There is no sickness worse for me than words that to be kind must lie. Memory is the mother of all wisdom. It is easy, when we are in prosperity, to give advice to the afflicted. The wisest of the wise may err. For children preserve the fame of a man after his death. Don't you know this, that words are doctors to a diseased temperament? He who goes unenvied shall not be admired. What atonement is there for blood spilt upon the earth? What exists outside is a man's concern. Let no woman give advice, and do no mischief within doors. Whoever is new to power is always harsh. For a murderous blow let murderous blow atone. Of prosperity mortals can never have enough. I say you must not win an unjust case by oaths. Happiness is a choice that requires effort at times. Everyone's quick to blame the alien. To be free from evil thoughts is God's best gift. God lends a helping hand to the man who tries hard. It is in the character of very few men to honor without envy a friend who has prospered. In every tyrant's heart there springs in the end this poison, that he cannot trust a friend. For the impious act begets more after it, like to the parent stock. Excess of fear is always powerless. God's most lordly gift to man is decency of mind. It is a profitable thing, if one is wise, to seem foolish. It is good even for old men to learn wisdom. I willingly speak to those who know, but for those who do not know I forget. Know not to revere human things too much. By time and age full many things are taught. The man whose authority is recent is always stern. From a small seed a mighty trunk may grow. I have learned to hate all traitors, and there is no disease that I spit on more than treachery. God loves to help him who strives to help himself. Too few rejoice at a friend's good fortune. Be bold and boast, just like the cock beside the hen. Of all the gods only death does not desire gifts. Wisdom comes alone through suffering. I would rather be ignorant than knowledgeable of evils. By polluting clear water with slime you will never find good drinking water. Destiny waits alike for the free man as well as for him enslaved by another's might. Lives of men. When prosperous they glitter, like a fair picture. When misfortune comes, a wet sponge at one blow has blurred the painting. When a man's willing and eager the gods join in. Whenever a man makes haste, God to hastens with him. There are times when fear is good. It must keep its watchful place at the heart's controls. Self-will in the man who does not reckon wisely is by itself the weakest of all things. Words are the physicians of a mind diseased. If you pour oil and vinegar into the same vessel, you would call them not friends but opponents. Who, except the gods, can live time through forever without any pain? For this is the mark of a wise and upright man, not to rail against the gods in misfortune. Justice turns the scale, bringing to some learning through suffering. For somehow this disease inheres in tyranny, never to trust one's friends. Mourn for me rather as living than as dead. What good is it to live a life that brings pains? We must pronounce him fortunate who has ended his life in fair prosperity.